Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching I Allegedly. And I've got a good one for you today because it always comes back to cash. No matter what the game plan is, no matter what they think they're going to do, remember, cash is here. A lot to cover in this video. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our email list. The link is below. Okay, we've just been told that they're going to eliminate the penny. And I thought, gosh, there's something more to this than just the penny. Now, think about this, guys. Do you think that they're going to get rid of, sale prices of $9.99 and, $29.99? You think they're going to get rid of that? Not a chance, guys. What Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and Citibank are doing right now is they're planning on a digital currency. They're planning on moving forward with a stable coin that's backed by cryptocurrency. Now, for those of you haters that hate cryptocurrency and say that it's backed by nothing, well, there you go. The future financial system in the United States is going to be backed by nothing. So with that being said, they have, and I mean, you got to hear the name of this, the early warning system, which operates Zelle, which would you use it if you knew the early warning system was the name of the program that ran Zelle? How about the clearinghouse? Does that scare you off at all? Nah. Here's the thing. They don't want to have a dollar bill. They don't want you to have currency and coins. They want it to be backed by these stable coins. And the thing about the stable coin is we're going to back it by the dollar. So this week there's the big Bitcoin conference in Vegas, and I should have gone to it just because it was crazy with everything that they're talking about right now. But what you're seeing is the digital dollar is going to take over. And people go, oh, it's no big deal. It is a huge deal because you have to look at countries like Sweden. Sweden went out and from 2007 to 2024, cash got cut in half. Not because they put a mandate through, just because people wanted to go digital. So what happened? You talk to Eric Thieden, who runs Riksbank in Sweden, and he says, wait a second, we're concerned about this thing called war, and we're concerned that the digital aspects of having a digital dollar during wartime would be impossible. Okay, hear what I said? Well, I have a debit card. Okay, I always like seeing the cops on the pier. You never know what they're going to do. I have a debit card. Good luck with that. What's it going to do? If everything is shut down, what's it going to do? Well, Sweden is telling everybody to get cash to protect themselves and make sure that they have cash on hand in case something happens. And you guys, they don't do this unless there's some type of warning that's going to happen. So, you know what I mean? It's like there's clearly a problem ahead. But the United States wants to move to a digital dollar and wants to get to a point that, you get away from currency in your pocket, change in your pocket. Let's face it, change is a headache. But the idea with this is that you want to get to a point that that they can control it and they can control you. Now, think about this. There are places that want to know how much you're driving, where you're driving to, limit your driving. Here's the problem with an electric car. They can shut your electric car off. I was pretty fascinated by the Tesla. It's a very advanced automobile inside of it, but it's also scary because this guy and his mom, they go to the store and then they summon the car and they stand out in front and block traffic and wait for the Tesla to pull up and pick them up. Okay? Kind of like their own little valet, only it's run by Elon Musk. So the digital world is designed to know exactly what you're spending money on. Now, if you're in charge, you don't care. You want to know what's going on. But the rest of us, I'm telling you guys, this is the kiss of death. But then you look at countries like Sweden. I grabbed a couple stories below, and from Banker magazine, where they're saying, wait a second, the world is not ready for this. The world doesn't understand that there's going to be problems. What happens with the elderly? What happens with the older people? Old people and the poorest people all need cash. And Sweden is proving that right now. But what they're telling The common focus, if there's a war, digital currency is going to be worthless. It's going to do nothing for you. Well, what does that mean? Well, it means have cash on hand. So what do you guys think about this? What do you think about the stable coins? What do you think about money that's digital? What do you think about Bitcoin that is surging right now? What do you think about all these meme coins, the Trump coin, all these other things like that? As we become more and more mainstream, you're starting to see people have less and less of a problem with it right now. I kind of like days like this at the beach because it's kind of overcast. I like to wear my pineapple shirt, and it's not hot out here, guys. People playing volleyball. Great. So let me know what you think about this. But I'm telling you guys, this is there. I don't believe that there's any accidents. I don't trust any of these people. Okay, I don't. I don't care what side you're on with this. I think that they all have ulterior motives. And yeah, you'd like your own meme coin to go through the flipping roof, which some of them have, and whether they're tied to candidates or not. But now that these banks have admitted, well, now that they're getting rid of the penny, it's time for a digital coin. And they've talked to Payments, the site that I like to reference. But take a look at it, guys, because you have to look at what's going on with Sweden right now, because Sweden, that says it all. They're not going to have a, during downtimes, during war times, if something happens, and it's funny. Russia, 5 days ago, if you would have asked me about that, oh, this war will be done within a week, end of the month. Now, I don't know. Well, if I was in Sweden, it's a hell of a lot closer to Russia than we are. So I wouldn't want any problem with part of that, okay? So what they're telling people is make sure you have cash. Make sure you have cash, okay? So anyways, let me know what you think, okay? More to cover. You know what's funny is we get news in batches sometimes. Right now we're getting a batch of airline news, which I love all this stuff. We'll start at the beginning. Southwest Airlines, as of this week, no more free bags. $35 for the first bag, 40 for the second, and your bags fly free is dead. Done. I hate Southwest. I flew them to Nebraska. It was an awful experience. Getting in that cattle car line and being late. It sucked. That's my commercial. Fly Southwest. You may get there. You know what I mean? It was awful. United Airlines is now has a new program which is going to make people miss their flights. If you are not checking a bag, you have to get to the flight 45 minutes before the plane takes off, or you cannot get in the plane. Normally it used to be 30 minutes, not anymore, 45. And because it's people like me telling you this, and a lot of people not knowing about this, you're going to see people that are going to miss their flights. Miss their flights. It's terrible. It's terrible. So Turkish Airlines is sick of something, which I can't stand this. The flight stops, you taxi down the runway, and it stops. And people stand up right away, grab their luggage, and get in line. Now, last time I was in row 24, so you know how far back I was. And of course, there's people standing up, ready to go, but there's a whole line of people in front of them. You just can't sit there and wait. No. We can't do that. We've got to get ready. Get ready to disembark, okay? So if you do that on Turkish Airlines now and you stand excessively, $70 fine. God, that's going to be great. Make sure you film it, guys, and film it this way so we can share it on the internet, okay? That'll be great. I would love to see that. How about this one? $250 million investment to Joby Aviation from good old Toyota. Toyota, what's the car company doing? Well, it's the flying taxi, the robo-taxis for Joby. They're going to have the first robo-taxi, and Toyota's going to put money into it because they think they have something there. Do you want to go on a robo-taxi? Do you want to go on something that's pilotless? Yeah. Okay, don't stand up. I'm going to fine you $70 for standing up. Do you get fined if you stand up in a robo-taxi? That's what I want to ask Turkish Airlines. Okay? Let me know, guys. Let me know what you think so far. You know, will you fly Southwest? What's the worst airline you've ever flown on? I'm telling you, it's a tie between Spirit and Frontier. The best is JSX. I love JSX. I wanted to do commercials for them, but they wanted to give me nothing. They wanted to give me a ham sandwich for doing it. Okay? There's more to come. We've all been to Walmart. Walmart has something that is absolutely incredible where they have hidden barcodes on all their in-store brands, which are great value brands. These brands are designed so that if you get remotely close to a scanner, it will scan the item without having to have the individual barcode. So it's eliminating theft. It's also making it so that when people try to sneak something out of the store, cha-ching, cha-ching, oh wait, do you want to pay for that? Oh, I didn't mean to ring that up. Sorry about that. So anyways, it's great because there are thousands of items in the stores now that have this, and they're saying the theft has been cut down dramatically because if you try to skip scan, which means you bring it close to the scanner and don't scan it, picks it up, guys, which is fantastic. It really is. Orange County real estate, the county I live in, this county right here, real estate sales have dropped 31%. Uh-oh, prices are still going up, but the number of transactions are dropping by 31%. You're also starting to see a turn in certain areas where the prices aren't going to sustain that, and they are getting cut. So that's very interesting. Great study about gold, that we're going to see gold hit $4,000 an ounce this year. And we're going to see, by the end of summer, you could easily see silver at $40 an ounce, 1/100th. Isn't that great? So it's exciting. I mean, buy gold, buy silver. I'm telling you guys, you want to get yourself into something safe, get yourself into silver. Okay? Get yourself into silver. Micro, you know, from Dirty Jobs, he is declaring basically an emergency because young men don't want to work. And young men don't know what hard work is. I don't know anybody, I know no one, none of my friends that are in their 50s or 60s that did not have a ball-busting job at one point in their lives. All of the kids today don't know what the hell that means. They have no idea what it means to work hard, to lift shit, to carry stuff, to blow insulation, to be so exhausted from your job that you fall asleep in your car before you make it home. They don't know that. Now, it's been the greatest thing. We've all of us compare notes about this stuff, but then you hear this micro story, and we've created a society of non-men right now. So speaking of that, I have a bonus channel called I Allegedly Live. You sign it at iallegedly.tv. That's uncensored. We cover stuff like that in great detail. A lot of cool stuff right now. A lot of cool stuff on that. But check it out, iallegedly.tv is where you sign up for that. I'm going to finish this video with these last couple stories. I always love stuff like this that gets sent to me. And this is, what is your net worth based on your age? And are you average or are you below average? And when you look at this, you're like, I know a lot of people that don't have this kind of money. So I guess we're all below average. Okay? Maybe most of my friends are. But take a look at the article, second to the last one, and it'll tell you if you are above average or below average for your age and your net worth. Okay? Hey, brother, how are you? Next thing, final thing is think about this loser. You know, I always say certain things that are facts, like, hey, Ray Kroc is dead. He was the guy that stole McDonald's and then ran it as his own. But Ray Kroc is definitely dead because McDonald's, in their infinite wisdom, went out and started Cosmix, which was a standalone drink place. And they built 5 of these, and they were going to build 10 in each state, blah, 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 to compete with the one and only Starbucks. Only problem was a dismal failure. You know, you guys couldn't have opened these inside of a McDonald's and say, hey, we have the Cosmic drinks here. Couldn't have done that, which would have cost them lunch money. Some executive's money in his left pocket could have figured that one out. But no, they built buildings. They hired staff. They had uniforms. They had advertising, did everything for Cosmix for coffee. It was insane, stupid. They've lost hundreds of millions of dollars on this, and now they're all going to close by the end of June. Bye. See you later. Again, McDonald's these executives are idiots now, and that's what is very apparent, is that they should be firing all these people. Did anybody out there go to a Cosmix? Were any of you impressed? I had somebody send me the menu, and I'm like, this is all candied sugar crap. The best thing about a McDonald's that another YouTuber taught me was you go there and you get your iced coffee because it's the cheapest. It's cheaper than Starbucks. But guess what? Cosmix was, $12 drinks, shenanigans like that. Let me know what you think, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Do you think the digital dollar is going to be a problem? Because I do. I think that you're going to see this go back to cash. Go back to cash. I am on the Huntington Beach Pier. This is where they have the camera on the Huntington Beach Pier where you can sit there and see everything live too. It's kind of cool. So enjoy. Email me hello@iallegedly.com. I'll see you soon.